I'm Todd Lewis from Fiasco Sports, reporting for the SA Footballer magazine. Today I'm joined by Jacob Sumner from the West Croydon Football Club in Division 6, and he's our feature club legend of the week. So Jacob, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where did you grow up playing football?
I started real young. I was 4 years old when I started training out the track with Matty Loffer in under 8s, and he didn't let me play until I was about 6. So yeah, it wasn't what I wanted, but yeah, it doesn't come as you get. But yeah, then after that I went up to about under 12s there, went across to Woody South, which makes it a bit more hungry for this grand final. But yeah, then I went from there to Seaton Ramblers, played a few senior games out there when I was about 17, and then played under 18s, and then went back out to West Croydon, and I've been there since, so about 4 years now.
What is it that brought you back to West Croydon and has kept you sticking around for so long?
Well, my grandma, for one, she's been there my whole life, so she's always wanted me to go back there. And then just like the lads around the group, they're all like a good bunch of lads, they're all my mates and all my family clubs, so it's one of the best family clubs I've ever been to, so that just makes you want to stick around there even more.
And you mentioned just before, tell us a little bit about the healthy rivalry you'll have with Woody South on a personal level.
Yeah, it's definitely high, it's very high. I was played out there for 3 years of juniors. We lost a grand final out there, and so it makes it hungry. But yeah, it's just knowing all the lads out there, you just want to beat them one up because you played under 16s and all that with them. So yeah, no, it'll be good. It makes you very hungry.
What are some of your best memories from football?
Probably out at West Torrens, we had a good bunch of lads out there, and it was just we were out there to play football, but it was more we were out there to have fun as well. We were winning games, and it was just one of the best, most funnest times I've had playing football.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your experience at West Torrens and how that's helped you back at West Croydon.
It's definitely made me want to push harder, work harder than everybody else that I train with. Like, it just makes you with that eagerness. They teach you a lot of things out there, like what to look for, what to watch, what to be hungry for. And it's just what to train for really. And it's just it was a really good experience.
Yeah, and just back on West Croydon now, are there any sponsors you'd like to mention that help the club stay afloat on a Saturday?
Yeah, like AR Removals, they're a big company out there. And then you got just the other lads that come, like Joint, I can't remember their name at the moment. Joint Plastics, they're a real big sponsor. They chuck in heaps of money during the week. And then there's just a few around the club, like, I can't think of it.
No, that's all good. I'm sure there's plenty of sponsors at the club that help the club run. And are there any volunteers you'd like to mention that obviously help behind the scenes as well?
Oh yeah, the match day officials, like Colin Clavel, he does a lot. Like he just not just a match day official, he he goes out in the ground every week and he looks it out, makes sure no potholes and nothing like that. And then you got the coaching staff from all 3 grades. They do not just coaching, they do a lot around the club. Like they help behind the bar, they help in the kitchen. All the A graders, all the B graders, all the C graders, they do all the kitchen work and all this. Then you got the Cheryl, Catherine Sumner, she's like, them two work heaps behind the barbecue on a Saturday, bring heaps of money in. And then the biggest one would probably be Scott Wiener, Nadsy. He's our club president, and he does everything around the club to bring in sponsors, to bring in players, to bring in everything. And he's even built a gym in his house for the players to use. So it's a big thing for us.
Yeah, well, that's a big commitment from the club president. Thanks, Jacob. I'm Todd Lewis from Fiasco Sports, reporting for the SA Footballer magazine. Today I've been joined by Jacob Sumner from the West Croydon Football Club in Division 6, and he's our feature club legend of the week.